Welcome to today's show. Thank you for joining me. We will talk about Cowboys playoff hopes, George Pickens, Dak Prescott, young players, and load ahead. So we remind you to add subscribe to our channel, join the channel membership, or support us in any way. This week brought a big news. Jerry Jones spoke with confidence, and fans are watching the standing closely. Jerry Jones said he was excited after the Eagles lost. He said the Cowboys still have a real shot. He reminded everyone to focus on every play. Dallas is one of the half game behind the Philadelphia Eagles. If Dallas wins 4 games and Eagles lost twice, Dallas wins the division. The race is not over. Jerry Jones said the Vikings game is huge. Every second matters. The team cannot afford mistakes. Many people questioned Pickens' effort. The debate grew online, videos played quickly. Jones said he has zero concern. He believes Pickens' competence and he trusts his commitment. The coach talked to the Pickens about the social media post. He did not share details, but he said he loves watching Pickens plays. The Cowboys are 6 wins, 6 losses, and 1 T. They are outside of the playoff picture, but chances improved slightly. The Cowboys' loss increased Dallas. The Eagles' loss increased Dallas odds from the 7% to the 11%. If Dallas wins all remaining games, the odds jump to the 54%. Winning out is key. Philadelphia plays the Raiders, Bills, and the Commanders twice. They are struggling. They are lost 3 straight games. If the Eagles lose only once, Dallas needs help. Seattle, San Francisco, Chicago, and Detroit must collapse. This makes the path also harder. While the San Francisco have a tough schedule, Detroit also faces strong opponents, and their results could impact the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott continued to shine off the field. He patterned with his foundation and the rising corner. They gave out 50 bikers to the kids. Dak said he remembers his own first bike. He loves creating joy for the kids. He values giving hope to the families. Dak says being present matters more than gifts. His doctors teach him patience. He works kindness during his holiday. Some young people players disappointed this season, and 2 names stand out is Jaden Blue and Marisol Leafar. The expectations were very high. Blue played only 4 games and he rushed for the 65 yards total. He fell down the 3rd shot. He could improve, but he may need a major change, and his situation is uncertain. Leafau had a strong looking season. This year he regressed and he lost his starting role. The arrival of Logan Wilson also changed everything. Overthrown returned from the injury and the foul snaps decreased. Coach must evaluate him, and he could still develop, but it is running out. Cowboys face the Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, and Giants. Every game matters. The margin for error is 0. The Vikings defense struggles. Dallas must stay aggressive. This is a must-win game. This is the toughest matchup. The Chargers have a strong offense. Dallas must execute perfectly. Divisional games and are dangerous. Dallas must avoid complacency. Defense must dominate, of course, in this game. And the Giants are weak this season. Dallas should win, but they must stay focused. Players remain positive. Coaches communicate clearly these beliefs inside of the team. Fans are divided. Some believe a miracle run. Others think this season is finished yet. The Cowboys must make a roster decision. They must prove consistency. Youth development is very key in this season. Pickens must stay focused. He has talent and potential. He can be a long-term weapon for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott also remains the team leader. His presence guides the locker room. His leadership will shape the final games. Cowboys can still make the playoff. Everything depends on the discipline, efforts, and executions. This season is not finished. Are still alive. Today, we explain where the Cowboys stand, what they need, and how miracles playoff run can still happen for the Cowboys. But before we go on, remember to subscribe to our platform, turn on notification, and join channel membership or give us any support. The loss to the Detroit Lions hurt the Cowboys last week. It exposed several weaknesses on the offensive line, on the defensive side, in the secondary, and in late-game executions. However, National Football Conference standings did not collapse. The Cowboys still have a clear chance to advance to the postseason. Detroit Lions played with the physical strength, consistency, and discipline. They controlled the ball, pressured the Cowboys quarterback, and forced difficult throws. This loss reminded the Cowboys of what needs improvement as the playoff race intensifies. Philadelphia Eagles losing again changed everything. It reopened the path that looked almost closed. The Cowboys now have a small but real opportunity to fight for the National Football Conference East Division title. Even if it is unlikely, the fact that the Eagles continue to fall gives the Cowboys a chance to stay alive. This situation adds pressure to both dreams. Dallas must win, Philadelphia must fail. But this is National Football League, where strange things happen every week. The National Football Conference East has two main competitors, Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys need to win all remaining games and hope for more losers from the Philadelphia. If this happens, the Cowboys could steal the division at the last minutes. Winning the division means a hope of the playoff game. It means avoiding the toughest wild card matchups. It gives the Cowboys momentum, confidence, and home crowd advantage. Even if the chance is small, fighting for the division title is worth it. At this moment, Dallas Cowboys are in the strong wild card position. They are in front of the several teams such as Green Bay Packers, Seattle Seahawks, Minnesota Vikings, and Tampa Bay. But the margin is not huge. Every game matters. The Cowboys must win their final games, avoid turnovers, improve red zone efficiency, reduce penalties, strengthen defensive communications. If they do these things, the wild card slot will remain secure. To help Cowboys climb to the standings, fans should root against teams such as Green Bay Packers, Seattle Vikings, and Tampa Bay and the Philadelphia Eagles. Every loss from this team gives Dallas more breathing room. Late in the season, the playoff race become a chessboard. Each game influences 4 or 5 different teams. This is why monitoring National Football Conference games is necessary. Cowboys fans must celebrate every opponent loss as much as Cowboys victory. The Cowboys offense has several strengths, accurate passing when protected, strong wide receiver group, good routing running, and quick scoring potential. When they are executing at high level, the Cowboys can compete with any National Football League team. But of course, offensive weakness is another issue. Weaknesses are clear: inconsistent running game, difficult against heavy pass rusher, struggle in short yardage situations, pressure on quarterback from the interior line. Fixing these issues is necessary for the playoff run. But also, we can talk about on defensive line review. Defensive line has strong pass rush players, but sometimes struggles against the run. The team must set the edge better, tackle clean, maintain gap discipline. The secondary can play well, but inconsistent coverage has allowed the big plays. Communication must improve, especially in late game situations. Leadership of the quarterback must be the leader of the offense. He must make quick decisions, avoid dangerous throws, and guide long drives when needed. Wide receiver and tight ends also, they must create separation, learn sharp routes, and make secure catches. Tight ends must support both blocking and shorting passing plays, but also running backs must fight for the extra yards, protect the ball, and pick up blitzes to help the quarterback. But also defensive playmakers must set up. They must force turnovers, create pressure, and stop opponents on 30 throws. Coaching adjustment needed also at this level. Coaching decision will define the Cowboys' destiny. They must improve the game management, use smarter timeouts, call balanced plays, study opponent thoroughly. Why strategy matters for the playoff run? A good strategy can create a simple plays for the offense and limit mistakes on the defense. Smart planning wins games in the playoffs. Every remaining games must be treated like a playoff game. There is no space for errors. Winning out is the only safe path. Each game impacts playoff seeding. A single win or loss can move the Cowboys up or down multiple spots. Cowboys will win all games. Eagles lose multiple games. Rival teams drop key matchups. This gives Dallas a strong playoff seeds. Cowboys win most games, secure wild card spots, face tough opponents on the road, but also worst case scenario can happen. Cowboys can drop more games, rivals team pass them, playoffs become unlikely, but we are still pushing as the Cowboys as we are fighting for the ticket for the playoffs, NFC playoffs 2025. And confidence is extremely important. The Cowboys must trust their preparation and avoid panic, of course. Teams that enter the playoffs with the momentum often go far. Cowboys need strong performances to breed beliefs. That's what we need in order to find how we can get the good results in NFC as we are waiting the return of the Trevon Diggs from the injury. That will be a big boost for the Dallas Cowboys ahead the game of the Vikings next week, and this will be the game that will decide the playoff picture for the Dallas Cowboys in this season. After a big loss on the Detroit Lions last week, it was not good, but the way we are going now, we are waiting to see what we can do in the game versus the Vikings, and we hope that Trevon Diggs' return, availability of the other players, Dak Prescott, George Pickens, and CeeDee Lamb injury return. These players, if they will be available, focus on two big topics. First one is the latest news on Trevon Diggs, and the question everyone is asking, will he return this week? Second is Brian Schottenheimer confirming that Kenneth Murray will continue to start at linebacker, even with pressure from Logan Wilson. Let us break everything down step by step. Trevon Diggs' situation. Diggs was officially designated to return on November 30. That means the Cowboys opened his 21-day return window. During this window, he can practice, but the team must decide when to replace him back on the active roster. Right now, he is still in the middle of that 21-day period. That was hope that he might come back last week, but according to ESPN reporter Jeremy Fowler, Trevon Diggs is still working to get his body back into full game condition. He has been away for a long time, and returning to the National Football League speed is not simple. So the question remains, is this week final return for the Trevon Diggs? ESPN recently suggested that the Cowboys might consider cutting Trevon Diggs in the future. This idea immediately created a noise among of the fans. It is important to understand something. This is not report from the Cowboys, it is on speculation. The team has not shared any public plan to move on from him. For now, the focus inside of the organization is simply to get him healthy and ready to contribute again. Could he return this week? This is a question. There is real possibility. The Cowboys have seen improvement in his movement during practice sessions. Coaches want to see how he responds to the increased activity, whether he can handle full-speed drills. If everything goes well, this could be a week he came back. If they feel he needs more time, they can still wait because of the return window is not finished. Brian Schottenheimer on Kenneth Murray. Let's talk about also Kenneth Murray. Now let us move to the linebacker situation currently. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer was asked about the competition between Kenneth Murray and Logan Wilson. Many fans believed Wilson could take